Darren, if you had your time again, would you have batted first?
Well, looking at the pitch, probably we as a team would say we would bowl first. But that's done and said and done. We made a decision to bat first, and I think the Australian bowling attack used the conditions very well. They came hard at us, and we now know we've got to come back even harder to be victorious.
And where do you go to after being knocked over for 70?
Well, we've had battles against Australia in the past. The last series at home went similar. They won the first game very easily, and we came back strong for the rest of the series. We know we have the ability to bounce back, and that's what I'm gonna tell the boys. Yes, it's gonna be hard to wipe what happened off the memory, but we've had great games against them, and we'll think about the positive things, the good games we've had against them, and come back on Sunday and look to execute better.
One positive, perhaps, Jason Holder got his first wicket and looked very, very good.
Yes, in spite of all what Maxwell was doing, coming hard at him, he kept his cool and he bowled some very good areas. That's a plus for us, and hopefully, we could have much more runs to defend or bowl against in the next game.
Darren, have you had time to think about how do you feel, or do you feel a little bit embarrassed about that performance?
Well, it's disappointing. We made a decision to come out there, and we know the plans and the goals we had for this tour. Obviously, it didn't start the way we wanted, but it's just the first game of a 5-match series. We just got to come back stronger on Sunday. We got to dust ourselves off and believe that we could be successful against them.
What was the reaction afterwards from a lot of the guys in the rooms?
Well, I've not been in the dressing room. I waited straight for to be at the post-match. But knowing my teammates, yes, they will just see it as a one-off game and back themselves to come back strongly. We've been in that position many times before. And the confidence we have in ourselves and the belief we have in each other that each man could go out there and put in a good performance. Because when we're at our best, we could be very destructive.
How do you make sure that inconsistent form, though, doesn't plague your game? Because, the last thing you want is to come out and set 70, then have a good game, and then go back to 70 again?
Well, we got to execute much better. Think about the cricket some more. The shots being played, just be patient. Probably the wicket was not a 250 wicket. We could assessed it much better and probably play to get 190, 200 instead of 250. But look at the way the wickets fell. We didn't really play rash shots. They bowled some good balls to get us out. So we just have to come back strongly and find some way, some motivation to come back and play good cricket here in Australia, because the crowd loves to see West Indies playing well.
So you're blaming some poor shot selection and some good bowling?
They bowl well. We must give the Australians credit. They bowled well. They came hard, and the wicket did help the bowlers. Probably when I look at the replay, not many rash strokes were played. Probably. We could have been a little more patient, a little tighter outside the off stump and stuff like that. But it's done today, first game, like I said. And we just have to practice well tomorrow, and come on Sunday and put in a much better performance.
In terms of team selection, do you give the team today another chance to prove themselves, or will you look to make some changes?
Well, Andre's. I don't know how Andre will cover in time for the next game. We'll see how that goes. But definitely, you got to give the guys a chance. Some of the guys were playing in Australia on that type of wicket for the first time, and yeah, you got to back your teammates to go out and do well for you.
What did the scan show for Andre? Was there any serious?
I will have to ask the physio. Yeah, I'm not too sure.